I just thought I'd do a little trip around the garden today because there's still a little bit of interest, plus the fact I'm starting to reorganise things, so there's things to look at. Plenty of mess as well, so that's just part of me. Anyway, this is open arms, and that's lovely. Obviously that's a juga, and we've got a geranium there, and I've got lots of these begonia Sutherlandii. I like them. Anyway, there are actually, I know there's a couple of pilgrims up there, or the pilgrim. There's one or two around the front as well. Anyway, let's move on. Tomatoes, well, they're just about over really. Plenty of them, but I don't think they're going to ripen. There, I've got lots of Verbena rigida babies. Grew from seed this year. Quite a few have found new homes, still more to find new homes. Anyway, what else have we got? Oh yeah, still got the argyranthemum there. The frost will do for that, I expect. Anyway, let's move on. Just young plants. What have we got? Well, dahlias. The dahlias have been really good this year. Well, this particular variety. I don't have many dahlias because have I got room? So anyway, they've done really well. And they're still doing well. They'll do well up until the frost, I'm sure. So there are more here and there. Anyway, we'll walk up the steps and have a look there first. Still got some petunias and geraniums here and there. And we've got this cosmos. This cosmos, well, that was self-sown. Took a bit of a battering when we had all those high winds recently. Some of it broke off. This is obviously Verbena bonariensis, this tall plant, and the rigida is this smaller one. That's rigida, and it's quite nice. Doesn't grow so tall. So it has rhizomes too. Here we've got a Ghislaine de Feligonde. She's still doing a little bit for us. Now the fuchsia. This week I've been getting rid of all my fuchsias because of the Fuchsia Gall Mite. And if anybody doesn't know what it is, I will show you. That is Fuchsia Gall Mite. Instead of the plant looking like that, it looks like that, all distorted. There are remedies, but they're quite costly and there's no guarantee that they will work. So I think the time's come to out them and leave it for a while and then maybe get some more. I mean, there's some more there. But the ones that I got rid of this week were really, really bad. What have I been doing? Well, over here, I had a climbing rose, a red New Dawn. That was down there and I dug it out this week. And it used to go up along the trellis and all over the place. That aster, Michaelmas daisy, I shall be digging up and moving because I want to put a rose there. I don't want it too near that rose, and that's the only rose I've got in the garden that has no name. I don't know what it is. It was here when we came. And I've got another rose here, which is a David Austin rose. Can't think what it's called offhand, but anyway, I shall put a rose there. Don't know what yet. Here, all along the fence, I had a climbing hydrangea, Petiolaris, but it used to come out quite a long way, so I'd always had to cut it back, and because I had to keep cutting it back, it didn't really flower, so it's gone. And in here now, I shall stick a rose, maybe two, who knows. It's not the ideal place really because it only faces north, but we'll see. Anyway, let's move on. Let's just have a little look down the garden. We'll walk on. So all the fuchsias I had down here in pots, basically gone. That one there doesn't seem to be affected, and the one over there doesn't seem to have been affected, so I've kept those for now. Some more little baby verbenas. They'll find new homes. What else have we got? Well, the pink flower carpet rose. That's doing its thing again. And more asters behind. Have to thin those out, there's too many of them. The iceberg, climbing iceberg this year has just kept flowering. And I'm very pleased about that, obviously. And that's old blush china. It's a spindly sort of plant. I think it needs cutting back quite a bit. But yeah, it's nice. It's a very, very old variety, but it's good. And I can see up there, there's a bit of rural England. Can't see any rambling rosy. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of rambling rosy over there from next door. What else have we got? Well, down here, let's zoom out a bit. Down there, I mean, when that argyranthemum's gone, I shall be putting a couple of roses there, Rhapsody in blue, and I'll show you those in a minute. Over here, I had a fuchsia. Again, it had Gall Mite, so I dug it out, and I shall be putting a rose there. It's not the best of places, but once it grows up, it'll see plenty of sun, so we'll give it a go. What else have we got? Oh look, there's a Phyllis Bide. She's beautiful. It's been so dry this year that the rose, it comes from round the back and behind the, what's it there, and it's suffered a bit. What else have we got? We have got a For Your Eyes Only. Obviously going to be pruned back next month or December. And I did see that, I don't know whether you can see it or not, there is an altissimo there. And you know, this summer, this year, it's not ever been without a rose or more roses. Well, okay, it's only got one now, but that's going to come out. There's another one above it, so that's good. Had lots of zinnias in the garden this year, and they've done really well. I can see there's some summertime roses up there. Anyway, let's have another look. Over here, I had another fuchsia. It's sort of a yellowy leafed, and it was called Genii. And again, it had Fuchsia Gall Mite. It really didn't have any flowers on it this year, so it's gone, and I shall put a rose in there. This fuchsia doesn't seem to have got any Gall Mite, so and I like it anyway, so I shall keep that. But it had a brother or a sister planted at the same time over here, and it used to grow up and it was just as big, but again, I dug that out yesterday, not because it got Fuchsia Gall Mite, purely and simply it got very, very large, and I want to put a rose there, and I haven't decided what that will be yet, but it'll be something. Nothing else terribly exciting. Well, nothing exciting. I mean, we've got Cosmos, and this Cosmos is self-sown. It's done extremely well. Okay, more zinnias. There's no more roses there, I don't think. Well, okay, there are. I can see that there's a Compassion up there, and there is one right through there. So, Compassion's done really well this year. What else have we got? Well, there's all sorts of stuff. That's the new lavender. I used to have a really big one there, and I got rid of that and put this smaller one there, and obviously it's looking well. It'll grow. A little bit of lobelia there. This is, again, the same Cosmos plant, and it's doing very well. I can see some Harlow Car through there, so we'll go and have a look. Oh, these are allium bulbs where I dug up the fuchsia just around the corner there. All these allium bulbs are under there, so I shall be giving some of those away, plant some. Anyway, we've got more zinnias. They've done very well. But what we have got here is Harlow Car. Now Harlow Car, again, is a rose that has not been out of flower all year. And look at it, it's still doing its thing. I know some people don't like it because it's got quite a few thorns on it, but I forgive it that. That's not a problem. So that's that. I've forgotten what this thing's called, doesn't matter. What else have we got? Well, petunia. Unfortunately, the fuchsia there, which is a Lady Boothby, doesn't seem to have got the Gall Mite, so that will stay. Up there we've got a rose called Nice Day. Doesn't do a lot. I shall prune it hard this year and see what happens. Obviously got several geraniums down here. This is another one of my other roses. Yes, it's a new rose that's going to go in the garden somewhere. It is actually another blush noisette. I already have two in the garden, but blush noisette will grow on a north-facing wall, so it's quite likely I shall put it in that north-facing spot. So anyway, you can see more begonias. Okay, we've got some cyclamen coming along, and more geraniums. That actually is a compassion rose, and it was a cutting taken from that compassion there. So that'll go in the garden somewhere. What else have we got? Let's have a look. As I say, that Harlow Car, that's done exceptionally well this year. Very pleased with that. Yeah, I've still got tomatoes. Won't be long before they're all gone. As you can see, yeah, I've still got these outdoor ones have done really well, the bush tomatoes. Now what we have got here is this is Strawberry Hill. It's a new rose and it's going in the garden. Haven't decided where yet. So it's got a flower there. It's got lots of, what you can see, lots of buds coming. And there are buds down here, and there are buds here, and there's another rose around here. And it smells really gorgeous. It's just so healthy. I'm very pleased with that. Could do without the plane going over, but that's life. Obviously got a hydrangea there. Oh, we got, this is Rhapsody in Blue, and you can see it's flowering again. And there's a bud up there, so that'll be going in the ground with its friend. There are two of them up by the little house. There's a fig there that's ready, that's good. Here we have dahlia, red dahlia. I just grew that from seed. But I do like singles, and the bees like them as well. There were some bees there earlier, but they've gone. But the red single, I've got a red single and a sort of a darker red. Don't know what colour you'd call that, but it's rather nice. So hopefully there's a tuber on there, but I'm keeping seed. Anything that's got a little blue bit of plastic around it is a seed head, so I'll try that. These dahlias, the doubles, can't remember the name, I'll write it in the thing. It's a Japanesey type name. They've done really, really well, so I'm pleased about that. These are just violas that I shall be putting in pots shortly, give us a bit of colour over the winter. I usually grow some pansies as well, but pansies get knocked about, get a bit straggly. These violas, they tend to sort of be easier to look after. So I've got, what, 4 different colours, 5 different colours actually. Anyway, that's that. This is the other Rhapsody in Blue. And it's although it's in a pot, I only bought it this year, I shall be putting it in the garden with its mate, and that will be going up there by the little house, just to the left-hand side of that pink flower carpet. And I think that will look quite nice. Hope so anyway. What else have we got? Well, okay, there's a rose here. There's some buds coming. And that's a rose called Perfect Harmony, and that is really gorgeous when it comes out. It's a new one, that'll be going in the ground somewhere. Not much else today. So I think I will finish on this Rhapsody in Blue. Let's have that, shall we? Okay, I'll stop there. I apologise for any mess, but it's a work in progress, as they say. So I am busy making use of the weather before it decides to rain or do something that I've forgotten what that looks like, but it'll do it one day, I'm sure. So that's it for today.